Well, hey there, folks. Welcome back to Pioneer Farm. I'm Species 7, and hope you enjoy your time here. Today we are clearing some land. Well, we've got most of it cleared. I'm just going to plow it up, get the soil ready for some planting. And we've got... it's the 1st of February, so we can't actually plant anything now. Well, we could plant cotton, but I don't know that I really want to run cotton. It's a pretty expensive product. It requires a completely different set of gear. Now, I mean, I know we did that for grapes, but you know, that's sort of going to be the specialty thing. You get into too many specialty things and you need $1 billion worth of kit to make them work. So, that's not going to happen. Geez, this one lone tree is getting to be a bit of a nuisance. Oh well, it will give me a way to work around for a different field. So I think this entire piece here is what we're going to be dedicating to grapes and the arbors to hold them. And then just below this field, I'm going to put in another field, and that will be likely a cornfield. Although we do need many more crops besides corn. And I think I'm going to switch our potato production over to something a little different. It doesn't, the reason I'm running the premium potatoes is because as an offshoot it gives you pig food. Unfortunately, it just doesn't really give you any amount of it. So, we do have a pig food mixer. So I think we'll concentrate on that instead. We can still use our just straight up potatoes for the root crop for it, so that's not a problem. Yeah. Tried to get greedy and almost ended up screwing up both sides. Alright. Yeah, I think I want to keep this tree. The crow's up on top of the bees' nests. You better hope the bees don't mind. Because they may look all soft and fuzzy, but they're not. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Give it a bang. Give it a bang. There we go. Really? Give it a big bang. Whoa. That's a dangerous bit of wood, that. Wow. Yeah, this is a big log. Holy smokes. I wonder if I can just kind of push it out of the way. Just onto the edge of that field. I just want to run one more line down here up against probably that other tree. Okay. That should do. Indeed. Awesome. And I'll run straight down here. That's better. Awesome. There's one. Another big field back here. this. We're gonna run from here. Let's try that. And we do, of course, have more room than this to deal with. We can put another field in pointing that down to down toward those next buildings. This off a bit. Now I could use GPS to do this, I suppose, but I'm gonna try to old school it a little bit. See how it goes. It's getting a little close to the road, eh? Alrighty. It's a little more squared off. little bit cleaned up. And a lot of these little bushes plowed under too, which is very nice. So I went into town the other day to pick up some supplies. Took my little car, Toyota Paseo, nice little rig, a little older side, 91. And coming home, I had a wheel seize up on me, the front driver's side, and I mean seized up, like it started to slow down, then it seized right up. And well, long story short, I need to replace the rotors and pads, etc., on the front. They are shot. In fact, I had to. Even though when I finally did get it home and it was, I was able to back it down the driveway, the brakes are still locked enough that when I pulled the wheel off, I had to use a 2-pound sledge to knock the caliper off the disc. Yeah. That's after undoing all the bolts and stuff, so it was just, yeah. So not in great shape. So I ordered brand new discs and all that crap. Completely replaced the front brakes. And that was all well and good. Got confirmation of the order and all that joy. And then yesterday, I get a phone call. And it's the company that makes the brake discs. And they're like, listen, you ordered blah 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 brake and we don't have them. And I'm like, ah, crap. So would it be alright, catch this, if we were to send you, instead of the plain ones, if we were to send you the slotted zinc coated ones with the rust protection? And we won't charge you for the upgrade. Would that be acceptable? I'm thinking, I bought the $100 set. You want to send me the $200 set and not charge me the other $100? Are you trying to rip me off? Actually, no, of course I said, yeah. Dude, as long as it will fit the same vehicle, send it on down. Alright, well, we'll do that. Thank you very much. Sorry for the inconvenience. What's inconvenient about being upgraded to something that's twice the value? So that was alright. A little bit of good news from the supply chain end of the world. So yeah. That was a rather happy little bit of news. Now, of course, we still gotta suck the rocks up off of here. And then cultivate. But it is a fairly major expansion for the farm. That's good news. But it does seem with all this retail moving online as opposed to brick and mortar. Moving, I mean, obviously, the move has been made, you know, it's just a matter of the few and the far between scrambling to catch up and get their presence online. But it does make for some interesting new ways of doing business, you know? Like I ordered for my nephew a remote control toy, a 4-wheel drive truck. Really neat piece of kit. Comes with a couple of spare batteries, and really cool suspension, yada yada yada. But took it out, was playing around with it, and we noticed that for one, the range was nowhere near what was advertised. Yeah, okay. You might expect a little bit of, you know. Yeah, providing you're standing inside of a giant, you know, static-free bubble, you can get a range of 180 meters, yeah. But you sort of expect that. The other issue was, though, it was only going into reverse sometimes. Sometimes you'd sit there and click the controller, reverse, 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 and nothing would happen. Then it would go in reverse and stay that way until you banged it back into forward. In other words, there was no real throttle control in reverse. It just would finally come on and full reverse you, and wouldn't stop, like I said, unless you actually flicked the throttle to go forward. So, rather than give them an overall generally bad rating or send the item back, because it's obviously got a fault, I decided to contact the company. And I said, well, here's the issue. You know, the claimed range is nowhere close. I'm getting about, 50 feet as opposed to, whatever you said, 200 meters or 160 meters or something. No. I'm getting, a quarter of that. And explained the reverse issue. Right. This was through email. Right? And it was also on a Sunday, and Monday was a holiday, but not in China, here in Canada. So they contacted me back on Monday and said, well, it sounds like you either have a bad radio or a bad receiver. So we are going to send you the upgraded receiver. We have one that we're putting into our newer vehicles, and a brand new radio. Is that acceptable? I wonder why they always ask that. Like, no, I don't want a good deal, go away. But, yeah, so they appreciate the fact that you don't just, had to return it. It's a piece of garbage and give them a 2-star rating. Because there's so much competition now that things are online, and they're not dealing with, oh, well, good luck, buddy, if your local, grocery store or Wally World or wherever the heck you shop doesn't have it, well, then you buy it for us for the price we say or else. Just need it. And, well, you don't really run into that. Instead, what you run into is you look up an item, and there's 800 different companies that build one. They're all exactly the same, other than a label. But, yeah. And when you run into that kind of scenario, you're not just competing with one or two brick-and-mortar establishments. You're now, like I said, competing with what could be hundreds of choices for the same product. So if somebody looks at your version of that product, and it's got fewer good ratings than somebody else's, you might lose your sales on that product. And once the momentum swings, you may never get it back. Because if this other company does sell a good product, or, has one of these things, hey, leave us a good review, we'll send you a free whatever, well, everybody likes free, and so they're like, well, the thing ain't great, but it's okay. Sure, I'll leave a good review and get my free thing, right? So rather than have those bad reviews to start with, companies are willing to pretty much do anything as long as it's not too big a loss to make it up to you. So yeah. Now that's pending on whether it shows up, of course. I have had, years ago I ordered a 3D pen. And the pen itself was great, really nice unit, well designed, well made, easy to use. Every single piece of filament they sent with it was busted into a million pieces. So you had, like, you know, these short little lengths. You couldn't do any project that you didn't have to keep stuffing more pieces down the back of the pen. So same thing, wrote to the company and said, hey, I really like your product, but all of that filament you sent with me, I can't use it. So they actually had me send them a picture of the bag of broken filament, which I did, and you could quite clearly see that it was smashed to bitsies. And they said, hey, no problem. We will send you our deluxe package of filament to make up for it. Which is great, because it only came with the standard. It never showed up. I wrote back to them a couple of times, and, you know, they pretended they cared. They blamed it on supply chain. They blamed it on blah, 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 blah. Of course, then there's the whole COVID thing, and yeah. Long story short, it never arrived. So, I mean, yeah, I went back onto Amazon and gave them a crappy rating. You know, that's why it's there. Alright, we have significantly expanded our field. So now, of course... Alright, that's gotta change. If our plow doesn't fit through, we gotta make a difference. Okay. That thing actually held still for once. Makes me think even more that it's being messed with. Okay. No. No. We need a couple of things. We need to haul those logs out of there, so let's grab this guy. And then we're going to need to take our little probometer and give them all the close encounter to our fields using our alien probe device. Alright, let's go drag this tree off to our new log facility. There we go. Even them out. Okay, for some reason, that doesn't seem to be working. It's not what I want. This is. There was a... What the heck? There we go. Odd. Okay. Really odd. Alright, we do have a move. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. We smacked that tree, just about tipped me upside down. I believe that should be it. Good stuff. Oh, let's make sure we got production going. Okay. Ooh, that upped the old loud scale quite a bit, eh? Alright. Now, next phase, as I say, will be to give her the old alien probe, and then we can go from there. Hello, sheeps. But for now, I am going to end this. We've done well here today, getting those 2 fields in. That's excellent. So, do hope everybody enjoyed their time here. If you did, don't forget, you can hit that subscribe button. Subscriptions are absolutely free. And if you enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button. It really helps us out with the old tourist board. Till later, though, take care of each other, folks. Have yourselves a great day. And ciao for now.